What Nathan doesn't know is that we're about to do a burnout in his truck. And he's going to get very angry. We'll see what happens. Here he comes.
Charmander.
Hey, I'm Shane.
I'm James.
And this is That Dude's Garage. And today we're gonna do something different. Because I enjoyed bolt-on so much, we got Nate's truck here. We're gonna go throw some off-road bumpers on it. See you in the shop.
All right, let's get this puppy inside.
All right, we made it into the shop, and as you can see in front of us and behind us, we have all the stuff that Nate purchased. So what kind of spurred this along is he got rear-ended. So now he's got junk parts. So what's the easiest way to fix junk parts? Expensive parts. So we're gonna be doing a front bumper with a winch. We're gonna be doing the rear bumper. All the bumpers have LEDs. We got a switch panel. You got the light up Ram logo, new headlights. This thing's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be sick. I'm so happy you bullied him into buying that winch.
Yeah, there's no point to buying a winch bumper without a winch.
Exactly.
So it's definitely gonna make it nice.
And it's not our money.
It's somebody else's money. So let's get going on the truck, and hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get to work.
Let's do it.
Go ahead.
All right, so as you just saw the front and rear bumpers over there, we're going to start disassembling this rear bumper while we bullied Nathan into go buying a winch. So he's over at the store picking up a winch for his new front bumper, and we're gonna start disassembling this thing for him before he gets back.
Who knew I can do the same thing to James, to anyone else too?
He loves spending other people's money.
Okay, so right now we got the rear bumper off. We're gonna start working on getting the front bumper off, getting it all disconnected, unbolted, and off the truck. We're gonna put you on time lapse, so you don't have to sit here and watch us argue with it.
Fun.
Okay.
Dude, not bad. So, we've assembled the front and rear bumpers. That has taken quite some time. Definitely some assembly required, tight spaces. It is doable with just hand tools and like 2 guys, you can do it. It is not super duper easy, but it's definitely doable. You just need a 14 millimeter wrench and an Allen key, and maybe a long pair of long nose needle nose pliers.
But if
the word.
anything, if you do buy this bumper for your truck, find one of your friends with the smallest hands.
Yeah.
All right, so now that that's done, we're going to start installing the Badlands ZXR 9500 winch onto the winch bumper. So we are going to set up and hyperlapse that. Oh, and Nate's pulling the parking sensors out of his bumpers while we're at it. So let's get hyperlapsing. Okay, so main bumper assembly is there. Winch is in.
Got it all wired up to itself. We're gonna wire it into the truck after we get the bumper on the truck. What we have left on this bumper is gonna be the bull bar that goes over the top, which has an integrated light bar into it also. So there's a ton of wiring we're gonna have to do. We're gonna try and get that done today, but mostly we're just worried about getting the bumpers on the truck.
And shout out to Harbor Freight, even though they're not paying us, but go ahead and go buy that winch. Nice, easy install. Badlands ZXR 9500. Ta-da!
$300 at your local Harbor Freight.
$300 at your local Harbor Freight. And it makes the bumper really heavy.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna jump in where Nate left off. He had to go for a little bit. Getting the parking sensors in the bumpers, getting the parking sensors out of that bumper and into this bumper, and then we're about ready to install. So hyperlapse again.
All right, so we've got all the parking sensors moved over from the original bumper or rear bumper to the new rear bumper. So hopefully those are gonna plug and play with the wiring harnesses currently in the car or in the truck. And if not, we'll just have to put some extensions on those to make them work. But we are ready to put the rear bumper in the truck. So let's do that.
Rear bumper is installed. Sick.
Pretty spicy.
Now we're just gonna zip tie some wires up. One of the license plate marker lights got damaged in the original accident, so we'll have to get a new one of those. It is provisioned exactly for the stock ones, which is awfully convenient. All the parking sensors went in where they're supposed to, all the wire harness reaches. 7-pin even went back in where it's supposed to. This is sick, dude.
It's very nice.
Mounting hardware. Stock locations. once we get the front bumper, we can start working on wiring.
Oh yeah. All right, here it is. Front bumper completely assembled off of the truck. We got the winch in, the light bars are on, the wiring harnesses in the back for the parking sensors. We do have to get one extension for one parking sensor, not a big deal. And that's it. That's it. We can now put it on the truck. So we are two people going to balance it on one transmission jack. Fun. Let's see how heavy this is, Shane.
It's going to be very heavy. All right, so there we have it. Front bumper's on. Now we're going to put the truck back up in the air, connect all the wiring, put the automated valence back on, and start running wires up into the truck for the winch. And we probably have enough time to start running light wire.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's get to that. Okay, now we got wires run up from the bottom of the truck. The fog lights are wired up to the truck. We're gonna wire up the winch to the battery cutoff switch that it came with. And then we'll probably put the truck back up and start running wires for the light bar and light pods on the bumper. And then eventually to the back of the truck for the reverse lights and all that. Okay, so we got the wiring for the winch run up to the battery area. I'm gonna make a bracket to mount our cutoff switch up above the computer here, so that way it's got easy access and very visual, so you can't miss it. All right, so that's it for the day. We're still kind of in the middle of doing some wiring and lights and stuff like that, but James has to take off.
Yeah, I gotta get going. I got some other stuff I gotta take care of. But yeah, Shane and Nate are gonna finish this up. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff done today so far. And they're gonna finish up a lot of electrical work. Main things were the front and rear bumpers on this truck. And they look great. They look really, really good. You'll see more of that really soon.
All right, so we're moving forward on the truck here. I've got the switch panel accessory box wired in, mounted to the fuse cover, wired into the fuse. Got grounded wire right here, and then the power wire run up to the battery here. Now I'm going to start getting ready to run wiring to the back of the truck. Nate is currently going to get the tail light assemblies out so we can get the backup lights from the new bumper wired up into the backup lights on the truck. And I will be running wiring to the back of the truck here, coming from the switch panel. While he's doing that, I'm going to run the accessory wire into the actual switch panel into the truck. So we'll see how that goes from there. Okay, so inside the truck here, I ran, of course, can't see anything, give me a second. Ran wires up into the kick panel, around the kick panel, and up to the switch distribution block. Now we're working on running wires to all the lights on the bumpers. We got taillights out, and we're gonna run backup lights up into there, and then wire to the front of the truck for pods into the switch, and same thing for the front bumper. All right, so today we took this 2022 Dodge Ram 1500 Bighorn from Plain Jane to Snazzy. We took these off-road bumpers, replaced these stock bumpers. We got the Badlands winch in the front bumper, 9,500 pound. We got rear bumpers on the truck. This thing looks so snazzy. We got light up Ram logos. We got LED pods everywhere. We got S pods under the dashboard that run to a switch panel inside for easy access to the lighting. Nate's super happy with his truck. It went surprisingly well.
Yeah, so for the amount of time it took us to do all this stuff, you could do it in a weekend. So you could do front bumper, rear bumper, hook up all the electrical, the gang switch inside, 6-panel gang switch. You can do that all in one weekend. That's a full Saturday and half a Sunday, and you can have your truck looking completely different any way you want it to look.
And this is all bought off the internet, fit for this truck. It went together with no modification.
Yeah.
The only modification we did have to do is just to the parking sensors on the front bumper. One of them was a little bit too short, but it was stated in the directions that we're gonna have to deal with that. So we knew right off the bat that we're gonna have to deal with that anyhow. So just buying these right on the internet, being able to slap them on your truck, it's an easy thing to do. Definitely makes this truck look 10 times better. And it was a fun time to get it together It did take us a little bit to put the bumpers together.
Yeah, some assembly is required when
Yeah.
you buy things off the internet.
You gotta have small hands.
Yeah, small hands. To save shipping, they make them in like usually three or four pieces, and you gotta bolt them together. So the small hands thing really, it's a real thing. We're all cut up from getting our hands in there and getting it all bolted together. But it does all bolt together, and it's what do you say? A 5 out of 10 hardness, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah, if you have the ability to lift it up on something like a floor jack, easy as that. We kind of had it a little bit easier because we were able to put the truck up on a lift and get everything off and all that, but sitting in the driveway like this on a jack stand, easy enough. All the hardware from stock came out. Obviously the truck is new. Undercarriage is really clean, so all the hardware is still fresh. And then same thing, it came with all the hardware to mount it, and it went right onto the truck just like it's supposed to. So it was awesome. It was definitely a ton of fun to do, and we're glad that Nate was happy at the end and everything just kind of worked out like it was supposed to. And I hope that the video showed well enough that it is this easy to do, and we look forward to doing more stuff like this. So
Yeah, and again, if you wanted to see us do something else, go ahead, drop a comment down below, and maybe we'll pick up that car and we'll do some cool stuff to it. So,
we do have things coming up on the channel, so hopefully further down the line you'll see those. Other than that, I'm Shane.
I'm James.
This is That Dude's Garage. Keep those wrenches turning.